Now, even though Solana is still a top 10 cryptocurrency and still one of the top layer ones in the space, it still has a lot of FUD surrounding it. But I'm one of those people that believe Solana is going to make it through the noise, and I believe it has two major technologies that can truly revolutionize Web3 that can also help set Solana apart from the competition, and in return giving it that true staying power. Now, the two technologies we're talking about is number one, the Saga Web3 phone, and we're going to look at a couple of things on why I think the Saga phone will be big, and then number two, we're going to take a look at Solana Pay and look at a couple of things on why I think Solana Pay is a threat to, fiat payment systems like PayPal and others. Now, before moving forward, I do want to say I'm very aware of the main two concerns of Solana, which is network outages and security risk. However, they are taking care of these, and I do think they're going to be okay in the future. And I have talked about the main concerns of Solana as well. I actually put out a video on it, as you can see, about 4 months ago, where we talked about the main weaknesses of Solana. But as I said at the beginning, I think Solana is going to make it through the noise, and I think it's going to be one of those blockchains and ecosystems that stand the test of time. Now, if we head over to CoinGecko real quick, the market is up about 5.7%, and we can see Solana is still sitting at number 10, around a 6.6 billion in market cap. Now, the first thing we're going to dive into is the Saga Web3 phone. Now, you can see this came out June 19th. Cointelegraph says Solana Saga pressured Apple to embrace crypto. And as we know, Apple isn't too crypto friendly. And so this right here shows that Apple is paying attention to what competitors are doing, like Solana, right? So check this out. This acknowledgement comes as we observe giant corporations such as Apple showing signs of embracing crypto integration, which shows that the Saga Web3 phone is a threat to the App Store like Apple and others. Now, in April 2023, of course, the Solana launched the Saga phone. The phone is designed with a decentralized application App Store, providing a platform for interoperability across various crypto wallets and apps. Now, if we move over to here, this is where it gets a little interesting. Check this out. Saga App Store pressures Apple to embrace crypto. 9 days after the Saga smartphone launch, which we just saw April 23rd of this year, the blockchain game Axie Infinity announced its availability on Apple's App Store, indicating a potential shift in Apple's stance towards blockchain-based mobile games. Also, the Steph game, a blockchain-powered fitness app, made headlines today by declaring that users could buy and sell its digital assets without leaving the app. And as we know, Apple's App Store, however, has been long criticized for its policies, with some considered hostile, particularly for blockchain-based applications. Its requirement for app developers is to relinquish 30% of transaction revenue has been a point of contention. I mean, that is crazy. And Apple has always been like this, which is also how they make a lot of money. So if we move down to the Saga App Store part, Saga App is a decentralized application marketplace on Solana network, which doesn't charge developers that 30% fee. Saga App Store provides a platform for a wide range crypto applications, including NFT marketplaces, DeFi products, wallets, games, and more. It removes the need for crypto apps to hide within an app browser, encouraging them to fully exploit the power of mobile for Web3 development. And so while Apple has made some concessions towards blockchain integration, the Saga App Store represents a future where developers and users can interact directly, free from fees, censorship, and restrictions. And everybody wants that freedom. And we know that Apple pretty much has that stronghold on the App Store. Now, if we head into the second tech here, which we're talking about, Solana Pay. Solana could be the next PayPal. Now, I don't think Solana is going to completely replace PayPal. However, I do think it's going to take a lot of market share from PayPal and others in this actual industry, that fiat payment system, where it has that middleman that charges fees. I think Solana is going to take a lot of market share from that. However, I think PayPal will still be here because they're going to make the changes they need to make sure they're moving in the right direction for Web3, which is why they integrated having a crypto wallet on their platform. So this shows that PayPal are going to do what they need to do. However, Solana will take market share from these companies, in my opinion, in the future. Now, PayPal we know is huge. PayPal, with its immersive 435 million active accounts and over 82 billion in market capitalization. Now, PayPal's dominance in the payment sector is profound, with 1.36 trillion in total payment volume, which is just insane, and 27.5 billion in revenue in 2022. Now, PayPal's business model is the transaction fee, which accounted for 92% of its 2022 revenue. And so as you can see, they're capitalizing on that fee as well, just like Apple, but Apple's capitalizing on it through the App Store, right? Through that 30% transaction revenue. And PayPal, as we can see, is capitalizing on that fee transaction as well by being the middleman. Now, as you can see, Solana's payment service, Solana Pay, allows direct transactions between merchants and consumers, significantly slashing the expenses associated with the middleman, right? And this is why I said I think Solana Pay is going to threaten companies like PayPal and others. Solana Pay, powered by its native SOL token, introduces near zero fees, but Solana Pay is not just about cutting costs. It also fosters stronger connections between merchants and consumers. And one thing I thought was very kind of interesting here is non-fungible tokens, for instance, NFTs, can serve as digital receipts for purchases. I could definitely see that happening in the future, right? So as we know, the Solana network has a theoretical throughput of 50,000 transactions per second, also known as TPS, which is comparable to Visa's 65,000 transactions per second, right? So we can see that Solana is indicating that it has that larger scale payment solution for the future. Is it going to be the only one utilized? No, but I do think it will be one of the main ones. And the last thing here is just basically talking about some of the challenges that Solana is going to have moving forward, which I mentioned at the beginning of this video. The technical risks include network outages and security risk are the main key concerns for Solana. So the two Solana technologies we discussed in this video, the Saga Web3 phone and Solana Pay. If you notice that a lot of this is completely focused on consumer and merchants, how we interact on the everyday basis, which is a huge key for crypto adoption. Solana isn't per se focusing on DeFi and things of that nature. They're focusing on how we interact every single day and bridging that gap from Web3 to Web2. And this is a big focus, in my opinion, that crypto needs to worry about for us to move to that next level. And Solana is focusing on that. So let me know down in the comment section, what do you think about the Saga phone? Yes, there's glitches. Yes, there is still new, but you can see if Apple is making certain changes, Apple is threatened by what the Saga phone does. And PayPal and others are going to be threatened by Solana Pay because it removes that middleman, right? And it gives us direct access to the merchant. So, and peer-to-peer if we're going to use it that way as well. So Solana, in my opinion, a lot of people are asleep and a lot of people go off of what they heard from maybe other influencers, or they go off of some negative information and they're not looking at what's right in front of them. They're so close to the forest, they can't see the trees, in my personal opinion. So again, I was talking about Solana before the last run up when it was at 28 bucks the last cycle and it ran up to over 230. Solana, in my opinion, is going to have another run in this upcoming bull run. But the question is, do you hold Solana? Do you believe in Solana? I like Solana as the ecosystem. I like it for the technology, and I like it for everything that it is trying to do for crypto as a whole. Smash that like button, hit the subscribe button as well, and I will catch you all on the next one.